Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another video. It feels so good to be back here chatting with you. I have had a lot of vacations over the last 6 weeks and I haven't done a whole lot of filming, so it feels great to be on this side of the camera. So welcome back, and yeah, let's get started. Today's video, I'm going to share with you 8 ways to not gain weight on vacation. We all love to come home with souvenirs when we are on vacation, but you don't want that souvenir to be extra weight. We also don't want to be having these goals of losing weight when we are on vacation, because we know that generally is not going to happen. I know that weight gain is something that I struggle with when I am on vacation, but many years ago I created a little document for myself of ways to not put weight on vacation. And when I follow these 8 tips that I have put in place for myself, I never have any trouble. It's when I start to deviate from that list that I find myself struggling a little bit more. The other thing, for those of you that follow me closely on social media, you are aware that I have a 5-pound window. If I am within that 5-pound window, I don't sweat it. All of my clothes look good on me if I'm in that 5-pound window. Now, obviously, I love to be at the low part of that window and my clothes look a little better there. But if I'm at the high part of that 5-pound window, everything in my wardrobe still looks great on me. It's when I creep out of there that I start to get in trouble. That being said, when I'm on vacation, I like to pack cute outfits, and I want to feel good and look good in everything that I pack. That a lot of times will motivate me to keep on track and stay a little bit on the plan. A lot of it depends on how many days you're on vacation. If you're only gone for a long weekend or just a weekend, it can be a lot easier. And if you put on a pound or 2, it's no big deal. It's when we go on a longer stretch, more like a week's vacation or maybe even 2 weeks. That's when we can really get in trouble. And again, you want to look good in everything you packed. So if you stick with these 8 tips, I think that you will find that they will work for you. I know for myself, another issue I have sometimes is, depending on who I am vacationing with, I may have it easier or I may struggle a little bit more. If I'm just with my husband, I tend to have an easier time staying to the plan. Him and I are 1 meal a day people. A lot of times we eat out pretty much every day when we're on vacation, but we don't eat any other time of the day. I still intermittent fast. A lot of times I still get my workouts in. When we travel with the kids, that's when I really struggle. Number one, we have snacks, we have goodies around, there's a lot more temptations. We might have a couple bottles of wine lingering around, there's more temptations. The other thing is our kids are on a later sleep schedule, meaning they go to bed later, they sleep in later. I start to gradually get into that. First day a little bit later, second day a little bit later. Before you know it, I'm staying up really late and then I'm sleeping in and I'm not getting my workouts in. We're eating out more as well because the kids don't intermittent fast. They need to eat more than 1 time a day. So I tend to struggle a little bit more when we have the kids with us, and I have to really stay on top of things and be very mindful, and that's the big thing, is being mindful. Well, I don't want to travel too much there. I want to get on with the 8 tips that I try to stick to when I can. I just recently got back from 7 days in New York City. Didn't work out 1 time, got plenty of walking in, but it was challenging. It was very challenging. I did come back at the very high part of my window, maybe a couple ounces too high, but I'm always back in the saddle. That's the key. Get right back on the plan. Get right back into the groove. Don't sweat it. Let it go. Just recognize that you had a great time and try to justify that it was worth it. I do have a little cheat sheet because I keep these notes on the desktop of my laptop, so I just printed it out, and let's just dive in, but I'm going to be using this to kind of guide me. 8 ways to avoid weight gain on vacation. Don't bring back extra pounds as your souvenir. I love it. That's what I always tell myself. We don't want to bring that back. I want shoes or a handbag or something else. Jewelry, sunglasses. I want the fun stuff to return home with, not extra baggage on my body. Number 1 on our ways to not put on weight, Don't give yourself any false hope that you are going to lose weight while you're on vacation. Let loose a little, celebrate your wins, enjoy, savor it. These are times when you're eating exotic foods and foods that you wouldn't get back home. Celebrate that. I know I do. I know I do. Number 2, try to still get your workouts in. Most places have a workout facility. Use it. Try to manage your sleep so that you can get those workouts in. We do a lot of rentals through VRBO or Airbnb or HomeAway. It's a little bit more of a challenge. So what I'm finding out when we have a rental is a lot of times I don't get my workouts in. That's a little bit of a frustration for me, and I just recently told my husband that when we do our rentals, you can put in some of the guidelines that you're looking for, and I shared with him that it's really important to me that they have a cardio machine or something like that. Certainly I could do some YouTube videos, but I don't want to have the noise a lot of times too, so I know for me, I need to have something there to get me going. Number 3, look for opportunities to move your body. Walk as often as you can. Take the steps, whatever. It's really important to get the walking in. It will make a world of a difference. I know being in New York for 7 days and not getting one workout in, the only thing that probably saved me from not creeping up too high was that we did so much walking. And if you're on a nice little lovey-dovey vacation with your partner or significant other, your spouse, there's other ways that you can get some exercise and movement in as well. But the important thing is you are moving your body. Number 4, if you will be mostly dining out, and most of us are, inevitably you are going to be taking in more sugar and carbs in all the things that just wreak havoc on our body. What I tend to try to do is make sure I don't have any of that any other time of the day except for when we are dining out. Generally, again, I mentioned my husband and I, we will just do one meal, so I don't have to really worry about it, and I drink a lot of water throughout the day. If I do need something light, I always carry like the little packets of walnuts, 100-calorie packs or something like that, but I make sure that I don't have anything that has carbohydrates or sugar in it. One of the things that you have to watch for is if you are staying at a hotel that has like the continental breakfast or free breakfast in the morning, if you're starting out your day already with a lot of carbohydrates and sugar, it can just go downhill. But if you can manage it, a lot of it just depends on if you can manage it, then by all means do. But just watch what you're eating, plan accordingly, and that's the thing. Be conscious that you're going to be going out later, and if you are, you need to scale back. That's the best way to do it. Number 5, and this is a toughie for me, order wisely from the bar. The reason it's so hard for me is a lot of the places we go to, the cocktail menu is amazing, and of course I want to try different drinks, but boy, do they have the sugar in them and the calories. They're loaded, so you really have to watch what you're ordering. If you can just do a vodka soda, throw a lime or a lemon in there, it's going to save you a lot of calories. Once you start getting the more sugary drinks, the margaritas, anything like that, it can really add up. And always try to go, if you're gonna do a margarita, try to go with something with fresh lime juice over the sweet and sour mix that the normal margarita mix, which is basically like liquid candy. But yeah, you can put a lot of extra flubber on the body just by having a lot of alcohol. And I know for me, I love my wine. I love to have a nice cocktail. I really have to watch it. Drink plenty of water. Try to have nothing else but water throughout the day. Number 6, speaking of water, up your water intake. A lot of vacations are in areas that are hot. We also do a lot of walking, or I hope so, so you really need to get the water in, and it can make a big difference. Number 7, if you have children and need to eat or dine more often, which is what happens in our case, that does not mean that you need to. I went out many times and just drank water because I know we'll be having another meal in a few hours. I know it's hard, but for me, I always knew I had something to look forward to. The other thing too, like I said, pack yourself some little snacks. When we were in New York City, if I had small children, there's so many little places that you can walk up to, this little truck, that little truck, and you could get your kids something there. I would keep it simple and just, again, try to have the one dining experience a day and save those calories for that. Number 8, and this is one that is so hard for me to live by when I am on vacation, but I will tell you something, it works. This one works. If you can do it, I applaud you. I wish I could always do it. And I used to be really good, but I'm not so good anymore, and that's what gets me creeping up. Cocktail, dessert, or bread. Not all 3, ladies, fellas, whatever. Not all 3. Cocktail, dessert, or bread. I generally don't ever get dessert on vacation, but I still do the cocktail and I still always do the bread. It's just, that is my big weakness, and I do treat myself when I go out and I treat myself when I'm on vacation. But again, I try to manage it in other areas. I get my workout in, I intermittent fast, I only eat the 1 meal a day, get lots of walking in. All of those things are going to make a big difference. So there you go, 8 ways to avoid putting extra weight on when you are on vacation. Again, if you follow these, I guarantee you, you will not come back with the souvenir of extra weight. Instead, you will come back with that handbag, the shoes, the sunglasses, whatever it is, jewelry, whatever you like to come back with. I hope you enjoyed this video. A couple of other things that I want to mention is I do have a download printable packing list that you can get from the shop page on my website. I will have the link in the drop down box right below this video. You'll see a show more. It'll drop down. I will have extra information in there. There will be a link to go to my shop page where you can get to that printable. I also have some block scheduling or time management printables, and you can also resource my coaching sessions from that same exact link. So check that out. The other thing that you will find if you go to the corresponding blog post, which will be the top link in the drop down box, it will say corresponding blog post. Click on that link. You will have all of the makeup details that I am wearing. I made sure I paid very close attention because I've switched up a couple things for summer. My foundation, I'm using a different primer. I'm using a few different things right now. Everything that I am wearing for makeup will be on the corresponding blog post, so check that out as well. Thank you for joining me. I hope this was helpful. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and enjoy your vacations if you have any upcoming, and don't come back with that extra weight. All right, take care. Mwah. Love you guys.